Love our caption today on the picture. Don't just hate Mondays, be professional. Hate the entire week.
Hate the entire week. Why stop at Monday?
No,
Why stop at Monday?
Hate 2023. This week. The whole weekend people were just divorcing each other. Okay, no, like in entertainment.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll discuss that during our request hour.
During divorce hour. Okay.
That's what it feels like it'll be today. Yolanda, DJ Absolute, and Brian Amulyoto. A big conversation today. We are live on Facebook. Good afternoon to you. Who annoys you the most in your daily life and why?
Sadly, I can't speak on that because the person who annoys me the most is on this table.
Is in this room?
Yeah.
I already know it. I know it's me who annoys you.
So mine is just that simple. I won't name names and I won't point fingers.
You'll just be like, they're in this room.
But I'll just say...
And it's not absolute.
Me have not said that.
Yeah.
Hey.
He is only saying they're in this room.
Unajua hata Waswahili wanasema mwenye mavi ujishuku. So clearly there's one person making their case too much in this day. I don't know about
Tunajua ni nani ndio anaku-annoy every day. So let me tell you, over the weekend...
Ngoja hata Absolute atajasema nani. Ama unaona Absolute kuna mtu anaweza muannoy?
Absolute loves everyone. Absolute who annoys you. Someone must annoy you.
Someone who annoys me.
Just think in your profession.
Ndafungwa. Tuendelee tu.
Sema tu.
Because if you don't have someone who annoys you, then you're usually the person annoying others.
Maybe I could be the one who's annoying people. So
haujui? Hakuna mtu yuko annoy hata DJ fulani mahali pahali.
DJ.
Club promoter like this, like this, like this.
Caretaker.
Watu okay, au club promoter hivi wengine nawajua.
No, but even in your past life.
In my past life.
Not in your past life, like in your personal life. There's no one who like irritates you. You're like you are sent by the devil.
There's someone I dated.
Yeah.
I can't stand them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like no, I can't stand them.
There are a lot.
They're too much.
Yolanda?
Over the weekend, I'll tell you my story.
Yes.
And how I was forced to eat humble pie. At least the next day when I was looking back, in retrospect of, my misjudging someone. So I happened to be at a party where I bumped into and met for the first time a legend, a seasoned veteran journalist. So I'll tell you that so you know, like it's not a small time person. And we were just talking about the industry and like its challenges and whatnot. And then we happened to stumble about someone who we have in common. Someone he holds in high regard, someone who he calls his friend, and someone who I had a chance to work with. He was not my friend. The most annoying person, first, very arrogant, very... Yeah, he could come today and he's in a good mood, and tomorrow he comes and polar opposite. He's angry, but he was... Okay, let me just give him... You see the way the tag, like in your clothes... on your clothes says 80% polyester, 20% cotton. He was 80% angry. And then 20% mostly cloudy, like dark clouds. He just had a dark cloud hovering about like wherever he was. And this guy he talked about how his friend is charming and he has a big heart. Yeah, big, full of badness. But he went on and on and on, just tooting this guy's horn. And then I had to interject and I'm like, no, that's not the experience I had of the said person. And he says, oh, so you don't know this about him? I'm like, no, what about him? His medical condition. I'm like, what medical condition? And this guy goes on to talk about an issue he has. This guy is bipolar. And I felt so bad. I felt so bad because I misjudged this man for the longest time. I was like, the spawn of Satan. I was like, I don't even know what God was thinking when he made you because you just spread badness. But this person is sick. This person is sick. So sometimes you misjudge a situation because you don't have all the facts at hand. Maybe they're not annoying. Maybe they are battling some issues. Yes. People are schizophrenic. I can't speak on it and the symptoms. I'm not a medical practitioner. I can't speak on bipolar as well. But it's so easy to judge and castigate people before. Just find out if there's an underlying issue before going the Yolanda way, that demon child, I even used to think about how I could carry holy water in my pocket, like and maybe one day, and see if like some part of him would melt, Yeah. But this person was sick, like how wrong I was and many others who've interacted with him. So that annoying workmate, that boss, that teammate, that person who is in your life, your neighbor, who's always angry, walking around with a dark cloud, with a chip on their shoulder. You don't know people's internal battles, is all I'm saying. Let's stop being so quick to judge. Because I was forced to eat humble pie. And I'm really sorry that I misjudged the person.
Oh, wow. That's quite something, man.
Yeah. That's...
Salat. Nitakuwa tu hapa nasema tu, hey, mazee Yolanda unibo. Una hiki kimama kimekuja tena. Kumbe you're just sick.
Kumbe Yolanda is just sick in the head. This person, it's true, this person actually is on medication.
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine? This person is actually on medication. Like they go to the hospital, they are being treated for the condition they have.
Okay.
It's...
Okay.
Feel like going to hug the office bully.
Hey, utapata kumbe yeye ni bully too. But some people can just be bullies. We can also agree that some people are just bad-mannered. Yeah. They're not sick. Mtu tu ni kichwa ngumu, pepo chafu, nasumbua tu watu for no
yeye ni kikumba.
Yeah. I mean, they're just people who are full of themselves also sometimes in the office. They're people who are bad-mannered. Like they're people who are full of themselves. They think the world revolves around them.
Is true.
You know,
from friends to relatives.
Yeah, not just by the way. So some people, by the way, it could be they're sick, and that's why you need to find out sometimes. I think that's
but then how do you? Then it begs the question: how do you find out if someone has a mood disorder? How do you find out a diagnosed mood disorder? Because how am I supposed to tell you, Amulyoto, you're always angry, and then today you're angry, 5 minutes later you're like, are you sick? Because that's also a bad accusation. You can't ask someone. I think you wait until they tell you.
Maybe
just someone close to them tells you.
Yeah, maybe just try and be even close to that person.
How?
Hey,
like hug a cactus. How are you hugging a cactus? How are you getting close to Tony Melon?
Or that person who is close to Tony Melon
can tell you.
Talk to them.
Be like Tony
some
Melon
people are sworn to secrecy because is that your secret? Is that your secret to tell?
Yeah, you can't tell people.
Like, Yolanda walks around with an electric fence. Oh no, she's just sick in her head. She's going through this or that. Not sick in her head, but she's...
then of the need to mainstream then social or mood disorders, mental issues.
Yes.
Because now we live in a continent and a country where naambia mtu mazee mimi unajua mimi nakuanga bipolar.
It's true.
Hizi ugonjwa za wazungu mnajiwekea siku hizi.
Schizophrenia. Like who told you? What did you decide? Did you go to?
So we need to like mainstream them maybe more. The more conversation we have about mental issues, I think that would really help. Maybe over time, people don't see it as something that is impossible. When you say someone is bipolar, people actually know what it means.
True.
And also know how to help this person or treat this person or relate to this person.
And also, as a person, if being happy is not your natural state, if it's an uphill task, if you struggle, I think it's always good to go and see a professional so they can rule it out. You probably don't even have a balanced diet, so you probably don't have certain nutrients. But I feel like it's good as a person to take the initiative to go and see a professional and rule out a mental or a mood disorder. I'm serious. Like if I wake up every single day and I'm like, crap. Like if Saturday or Friday feel like a Monday, if all your days are Mondays, enda hosi nani.
Afu naambia nini daktari?
I hate days. I hate every day.
Cheki.
All my days are Monday.
Unajua kuna watu wamevunjika mguu tunangoja kushughulikia hapa na wewe shida yako ni kila siku ni Monday.
You see, that's how we downplay mental disorders and mood disorders. If
it doesn't feel like a real issue.
But if your natural state is angry, if it's a challenge to be happy, you don't even need a trigger. You just in that permanent state. Go get professional help. What's the problem with going and then you're told there's nothing wrong with you?
Okay.
Tumia kadi insurance. Kwani unafikiria you get points at the end of the year when you don't use up your insurance?
Na wenye hawana
tough find. I'm sure these organizations that give free.
You've opened my eye to that thing by the way. Sometimes could be someone is actually sick.
Yeah.
Stand
by for business news with Dennis Aseto. When we come back, your comments. Who annoys you?
Before we go, now that we have realized that some people could just be sick. Are you sick? Is that why you annoy me?
No.
Is that why you are annoying?
Deep inside, you're secretly in love with me. I've never wanted to say it.